Yeah, more Bichetti. This is Mike's letter. Artie Lange show, Mike's letter. So yeah, let's go.
No, Mike, I've been on the other end of a conversation where they say, you're going too crazy with certain things in life. I noticed that you have an addiction to Twitter, the internet, Instagram. You're constantly
Yeah.
on there. You're
I
looking
like
at
it.
it. No, I know. You're looking at it all the time. I mean, to where it's, I don't know. I think your eyes are going to
Your
get
eyes
infected
will
or
go.
something. And, at home, clearly that continues. And because you're so into it, you're vulnerable to scams and people goofing on you. Late last night or early today, Mike texted me something that I thought was good news. He said he had an offer for like $3,000 to fly down to Florida to do a private party, a stand-up show. And he asked if my agent could get involved and maybe negotiate it. And, and maybe, Mike could prove himself. Doesn't have to prove it to me. I know Mike's great. I know what he can do. But prove it to the agent that he could kick ass in a situation like this, give him 10%, maybe get representation. Listen, that's good news, Mike, but let me talk to the guy first. That's what I said. And then what happened, Mike? You found out later it was a scam.
Some idiot.
They were joking with
You know, that's all right.
you. No, I know. I said so it was a scam.
Gotta
But,
record
I mean, again, people like that, they're really, you know what, you got nothing else to do with your time. It's a real jerk-off move. It's not even a funny thing, you know. It's really not even a funny joke. It's just stupid. It's being obnoxious. But, I don't know what your announcement is, but that's the one thing I worry about a little bit with you is your vulnerability in cyberspace. Uh, but I asked you what it's about, good or bad news, and I got an indication from you it's not great. So all of us will now listen to Mike's announcement, absorb it, and
Okay.
give him, as we say in rehab, feedback.
Thank you, Artie.
Okay, here's
I don't-
Mike Machete. You have the floor.
I have, I'm better off writing. I can, communicate better on paper, express myself.
We
better
end at
with
1, Mike.
words.
So just so
Okay.
you know.
Hi, Artie, everyone on the show, my fans. I love you all so much. I'm super blessed to be where I am. There's one thing I can't take anymore, and that's being bullied. About my weight, my looks, living situation. It only encourages bullies to call in and haters on me. It even gives me a bad image with agents in the industry, which they never had a good one for me to begin with. It even gives me some of the guests on the show to come in and make me a punching bag, which I would never do to them and never have, and respect everybody on here. I tried to improve my image by losing weight, getting new teeth, clothes to help. I took it all on my own. Hey, I didn't even care. All I wanted was to be a respected guy and want to be on the show forever.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I have.
All right. Look. That's interesting. And that's well put. Well said.
It wasn't nasty. I was very honest.
No, you weren't being asked. You were being asked. So, all right.
No, I mean, I like having fun with you guys.
But again, like with comedy, there's lines. I mean, we all joke with each other.
Of course, I know.
I mean, and you joke on people too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
do.
you do, you know.
No, I just wanted to. Is that good? I said it. I'm happy I did.
It's good you said it, but I just don't. You're gonna have to let us know where. In other words, like I can't get in your head. I don't want to bully anybody, but I want to know where. Like I don't know the line. So you're gonna have to tell us where joking becomes bullying. You're gonna have to say it out loud. And then
Okay,
we'll stop.
I will. I mean, I just.
Which isn't the best recipe for comedy. But
No, I'm not. I don't mean. I don't want to be politically correct like the world is. Of course. I mean,
Well, I mean, that's what you're being, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're being very politically correct. You're saying, don't bully me. But it's a comedy
Well, I
show.
mean,
you can
yeah.
just bully back, which is what I would do. I'm from that school.
I know.
But,
what I'm saying is, like somebody called last night. I can't take idiots like that. I hate blowing my top, and it's bad when I do.
listen, I mean, if you can listen to the 8.5 years I was on Stern, I mean,
Oh God.
that's
yeah.
all. I mean, it was a lot of that. You got to sort of grin and bear it. But,
No, like I said,
mean, listen,
I love being here. It's fun, man. I just once in a while it gets on my nerves, but I'm having fun with you guys. I truly love everybody here. I do.
well, it sounds like the direct opposite. It sounds like it's a nightmare for you.
Sounds
No.
like you're a fragile flower.
No, I'm not, John. I just don't like,
All right, then just
All right, well,
Deal
okay,
with it.
go around. Does anybody want to, anyone who wants to give feedback?
Go ahead. I don't care what you guys say. I love you guys. It's fun at it.
No, I'm just saying, look, Mike, I'll do whatever you want. I don't want you to be. It's just you're going to have to let us know where
Well, you know what?
the bullying becomes, the joking becomes what you consider bullying
Okay. Sure.
as we go on. You know?
No, I mean, I don't care. Whatever. We'll just.
What do you have to care? I don't want this to be a miserable place for
No,
you
it's
or
not.
anybody.
I have a good time here, but it's just sometimes, it gets to me once in a while.
I hear you. I mean, we're all human. Everybody's got that.
That's why I
That
blew
thing.
my top with that idiot last night.
Now, again, the phone callers are like, so you want me to just have a rule where no phone callers can?
No,
mess
let
with-
them come in. I get
Call
away.
me!
I was thinking about buying a whistle. I can blow it in their ear.
Yeah, well, that's not going to work past the first call. You know, that's going to get tired.
Well,
But I don't know what to say about the callers.
no, well, I don't care about that. I'll just have to learn how to, like, shut up with them.
No, I mean, it's, you should, I want you to go, I mean, you're a comic. You should be able to, you're a witty guy. Go back at
I just
them.
don't want to get in trouble
Yeah, I think
cursing,
that's
you know what I
great
mean?
when
Well,
get the
you got to
banter
do it when
going.
you're not, you got to not curse. You got to just not curse.
Okay, float. I just got to know the words I can't say.
Well, you know what the word
Oh, I
is.
mean, you can't say the F word or anything like that. I know that.
Liz, what do you have to say?
Mike, no, I'm not bullying. I just have a question. So yesterday when the caller called in, are you more upset though that the caller was trying to ask you questions about getting an agent, or like kind of calling you
Oh,
out
not him.
about
No.
your temper?
No, I like the first, that other guy wasn't bad. The
Because
first guy.
I know, but I think you're mistaking. I think you're using bullying and I think you're upset that someone was trying to confront you about your temper and what really goes on. Maybe why you haven't gotten an agent.
Well, I always had a hard time with them to begin with. It didn't help over the years.
No, I know, but when these callers call, I don't think you're being bullied.
Liz
per
is
se,
trying
though.
to separate.
okay.
Liz is trying to separate
You're right.
Yeah.
the guy bringing up a real issue that you asked
Right.
for advice for,
And
to a
yeah.
guy just calling to bully you.
And I think now you're upset though that you know that it's in it. He didn't say what you wanted to hear. So now
No.
you think that's bullying, but that's not bullying.
No, I liked what he said. He was right about what he said. The first guy just got
Like every
Oh.
comic I know, Mike, you have a hard time with criticism. I do too. And when someone calls up, but you have like, and I think Liz's point is well taken. I agree with her. I think you have these catchphrase type words, like these bullet words that you hear and you immediately attack. Like the guy said something about your agent. That's what they go, what do you know? Shut up, man. You fat vagina face. You know, you didn't let the guy make his point. You immediately went down his throat. Now, what's that guy going to do? He's a person. He's going to
yeah.
come back at you and maybe get vicious. Now you have an argument that you kind of started.
I got to listen to what he says. But
Yeah, you got to listen to the caller.
I will. I promise you. And like I said, I want to have fun. I love the show. I'm super blessed to be here. Like I said, I just, once in a while it gets on my nerves, but I'm happy to be here, totally.
Well, fun is, I mean, quite frankly, with a comedy show, Mike, fun, when you read a letter like that, it becomes kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
exactly.
The fun, I mean, it's the direct opposite of fun. Now I really don't know, you know,
Because now everyone thinks that we've bullied you.
Yeah,
And
is
now-
that
I
don't like
directed
that.
towards
So now you
us,
need to stay-
or is it directed towards the people who call in? I mean,
It's-
it
it's
seems
a-
like you're hurt. You wouldn't have written this out and made it a point that you wanted to announce this.
Yeah,
So
it's-
I feel terrible that you are hurt in that way. But man, this whole like bullying thing, not just with you, but you know, we talked about it in the NFL too. It's like all you have to do is say, hey, cut it out.
it's a new thing now, the word bully again, the
I know.
MTV generation, these watchwords where don't hate.
I
bully, blah,
didn't
blah.
grow up in that either.
I know,
though.
but
I know.
you know,
Well,
people latch
Why
on.
did you adopt it now? Just say stop it.
People latch on to it, you know.
Don't
you know,
hate.
And like as soon as
You
as soon
should
as you
want
say
haters.
that, I can't say anything because you said this word bully. Now I can't say.
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
All of a
You
sudden
should
it's-
want people to be hating on you. James brings up a good point. If people are hating on you or whatever, at least they're paying attention.
It's also like the word bully's like that's a good point too, but the word bully's become like homophobia, racist.
Oh yeah.
If someone calls you a racist nowadays, forget it. You got to just shut your mouth. You don't know what to do. And
Yeah.
before you know it, you're apologizing to Al Sharpton.
No. That. Oh God.
I'm saying, you know, I don't know. Like some of your views are kind of right wing, some are insanely left wing, and I don't know. Like if
Some
you
are just insane.
Yeah, right.
Mismatch.
I don't like to
most-
settle.
Like most comics, you know, we're nuts. I mean, we're nuts. And look, no one's more screwed up in the head than me, dude. You're more together than I'll ever be, because everyone is. I
think-
just don't want you to go home at night and be depressed. I
Yeah.
don't want you to do that. That's terrible.
I never get depressed. I just get angry, which is even worse.
Well,
Same
I-
thing,
Well,
really.
you know, I don't want you to lash out. with
Well,
anger.
yeah, I think some of the funniest stuff is when you have the back and forth with people.
Oh, yeah,
funny,
you're
yeah.
funny with that. I
I
mean, like,
love
those
that.
arguments are good.
Now it sounds like you don't want to do that. You're
I just
kind
don't.
of
Yeah, but I just don't want what that guy was talking about made a lot of sense. Now, like, people in LA are gonna go, look what a psycho is. You know what I mean? It's gonna be bad for me if I get that angry again.
Right.
So
But my-
basically, we have to suffer for your next job. Is that what you're telling us?
No,
we,
that's not what I
we have to suffer.
No.
Well, thank God we can work out, your problems for your next job.
You know what, Dan? I'm not going to argue with you. You can say whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah, well, let's just calm down. It's not
No,
the
what I'm
place.
saying
That's
is
not the place to get loud.
That guy was right, though. He was like, it probably cost me a lot of crap by losing my temper. It did. I know it did.
Oh, well,
Well,
dude,
Conversely, I
yeah.
think maybe people think it's funny. I do.
Well, no, it's
Maybe
good.
it
It's
maybe
good
it
radio.
gains you attention.
It's good radio, but you don't want to lose your mind.
No,
you know,
but I'm saying not. In L.A., when they think, oh, my God, how, you know what I mean? They may have been thinking, who knows?
Well,
But, Mike,
Mike,
it's not
you have to
just the
turn this around and say, all right, well, I have to figure out how to keep myself under control. Have some witty banter back and forth, but not let my top blow off.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I've lost jobs and opportunities because, well, anger, drug use, emotional drug use, like you get angry, you use, you get mad, you use, and that leads to self-destruction. And I'm lucky I'm not working construction right now.
You're walking on eggshells in California with them.
I know but you have this insane fear of L.A., the machine. You've developed this thing in your head of, like,
They control a
evil
lot of stuff,
executives.
though,
They
they
control.
really do.
Mike,
You
this
can't-
is where it's wrong.
You can't think like that, Mike.
They have a lot of... They do
Who,
control-
though? Who?
All the decision makers in L.A.
But you
all
don't
the
know,
agents.
who are the decision makers? You don't know any of them. So
But we don't
you're-
want any names, so.
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah, but they may know who we are
you
now,
make
though.
yourself.
You know what I mean?
But Mike, you sound like a really paranoid guy.
Oh, but they may be watching. Who knows who's watching the show at any given time?
Mike, you can't seem paranoid
Okay.
because who do you think's watching the show? That's going to affect your career. I mean, I'm sure.
You don't know. There's a lot of people in L.A. that like it, though. They
Like,
do.
the bottom
what do you
line
wanna do?
is,
So
all
what-
you can
No,
control...
I just want to make sure I do well. And
What's
do
your
well here.
answer to that, though, Mike? If someone's watching that hates it? Well, first of all, why would they watch? Or if they don't like you or might cost you a job, so what's your answer?
Oh, no, I'm
How
saying-
does Mike Boschetti act in that? You
No,
become a phony version of yourself?
No. What I'm saying is someone who's made for my top. Like you did last night. It's bad.
Everybody gets mad. Unbelievably successful people get mad.
Yeah. I can't no more, though. That's the only thing.
Well, Mike, all you can control is you. You can't
I know.
control these people that you don't know that may or may not be watching. You control what you do, what you say, how you act.
Right, just live in your own world. But if the anger is, forget about show business, if the anger is a problem outside of this world, then you should get help.
Oh, I know.
Or if you have gotten help, really adhere to that help. Because forget about show business.
No, it's
In the game of life, if anger is a problem, that's a big deal.
No. I got it. I just blow my top.
All right.
And forget about just business. I mean, health-wise. We just have an article
yeah.
today. You're 5 times more likely to have a heart attack, 3 times more likely to have a stroke
My mom's always saying that.
2 hours after you lose your temper.
Mom's always saying that. She goes, you get so angry, you can have a stroke.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a real thing. Anybody else have any feedback on that?
Artie, I have a little statement here that I've written. On Monday, I said to James, when you woke up this morning, did you want to look like Lena Dunham? I'm sorry that I said that. I didn't mean to say that. I know that it upset you, even though everyone
totally-
laughed. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend anybody.
What about Lena Dunham? She's the one who's getting hurt there.
I'll rescind my.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, but does
not
anybody else
sorry.
have any serious?
No, I mean, I said to John, I think that Mike, you should be looking for haters. If people are hating on you, that means that you're in their consciousness. That you're making them pay attention. That's a good thing. That's what broadcasting's all about.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you don't want to sit there and be boring, quiet, calm Mike.
No,
That's no good either.
I hate
It
that.
goes
Mike.
back to that old thing with Howard. Remember in Private Parts when the people said half of the callers can't stop listening because who love him because they want to hear what he says next, and the people that hate him can't stop listening because they want to hear what he says next.
Yeah.
So radio, but radio is the medium where it's totally like that. There's no black. It's all black and white to a lot of people.
So it's okay if I blow my top and not. I mean.
Yeah, not
once
all
in a
the
while.
time, but
No.
if you go there, you go there, and I'll try to. And I'm as the ringleader here, I'll try to control it when I think it's too much.
All
But you
right.
got to realize, Mike, that you fall into a trap with a lot of these guys. They don't know. They don't know your family. They're not going to hurt your family. They're never going to do. They say it because you get so mad,
Right.
and then you give them. Then they just hang up and go back to do a bong hit and laugh at what you yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They win in every way. They're not going to touch your family.
Yeah, and then you carry that through. I mean, then you're talking about it days later, weeks later, that they threaten your family. I mean, they're really not.
Believe me, I
They're
could,
doing it
I
to get
could
a
tell the
rise out of
difference.
you.
If I thought there was a real threat there, I would. Believe me, I'd be the first one to make a phone. You just gotta, you know, I understand what you're saying. It's just now, you know, when someone makes a complaint, you know, the girls have done this too, and I don't wanna be someone a negative in people's lives.
I'll do part 2. There is part 2, so yeah. I'm gonna jump on that quick before I go to sleep. Because it's fucking 1:45, 2 in the morning. Yeah. So, I'll be back in a minute.